Good morning. I'm Kathy Underwood, the Director of Lifespan Religious Education at UCE. Whether the Unitarian Church of Evanston is your spiritual home or you are seeking comfort and connection in uncertain times, we are grateful you are with us. We are an inclusive and welcoming community seeking truth in love and striving to nurture the human spirit for a world made whole. We are guided by our principles and values, which remind us in every moment and through every challenge that each of us matters and that we are all connected through the vast and beautiful web of existence. Together, let us remember our oneness, our kinship with one another, and may we hold one another in heart and mind with tenderness and careful attention. There are many links of connection in the description of the service, including credits for the readings, to virtual religious education, for donations to our mission, and to be added to our email newsletter list. A few announcements. We will hold the all-church Zoom gathering on Wednesdays at 5:30. We'll send a reminder email to our newsletter list in the early afternoon on Wednesday, which will contain the link. And look for the virtual egg hunt link created by my colleague, Meredith Plummer, and it's below in the description of the worship service. And after the service, we'll have our virtual coffee and conversation via Zoom. You can find the link in the comments below or from the newsletter. April is National Poetry Month. There's been an influx of pandemic poetry, which has provided insight and comfort to many. Poetry, like music, has a way of capturing dissonance, complexity, and beauty. Poetry expresses what is essential. In this moment, we look to poetry and music to boil things down to what matters most. In that spirit, we open our service with this poem written by Reverend Linda Susan V. Ulrich.
The cloudless, watery blue sky has yet to learn about the small virus wreaking havoc on the earth below. The redbuds emerging from winter trees have no idea they're awakening to a world where people can't hold the hands of their dying. The wind blows chill air through, whether or not cheeks and fingers remain protected within walls. Stars continue to burn, their great stores of energy. Do they also fear the day they'll run out? But the birds know everything about singing to each other across empty spaces. Dogs understand greetings that don't involve touch. Tortoises take things slowly and carry their sense of home everywhere. Cats flatten their curves all the time. What will history write about this moment? What will our children remember? May it be a story of mutual care across all boundaries, a habit of compassion as hopeful as the spring's return, and as encompassing as the vaulted sky.
Good morning. This Easter service was previously planned to feature the Sunrise Mass by Ola Gjeilo, sung by our UCE Choir and accompanied by guest musicians and our own Gregory Shifrin, and conducted by music director Vickie Hellyer. While we wish that we could be together to hear the full Mass, we will hear later in the service one component of that Sunrise Mass and look forward to the day when we can be together again in the same sacred space to have the sounds of music wash over us all in time and in harmony. This is also the time of Passover, celebrated by our Jewish kin. Our opening song, Ose Shalom, is from the Standard Shabbat Liturgy. Translated, it means, "May the one who creates peace on high bring peace to us and to all Israel." And we say Amen. This is a recording of our choir singing with Nadav Simon on drums, recorded this past May. In this time of uncertainty, of waiting for misery and suffering to pass over, we shine a beacon of hope, reflecting possibility for one another, helping each one to find through our struggles a spark of joy, a bit of beauty, and to hear through the pressures of confinement the call of liberation. We join together to remind ourselves of the possibilities created by love and the possibility of peace here on earth. Welcome to worship.
Our chalice lighting this morning is by Reverend Nancy Reed McKee. Our community knows no boundaries. We are not confined by the physical limits of walls, or for that matter, of what often binds us, restricts us, holds us back. We are freer than we know when we release ourselves and each other from expectations of what is needed for true community. Please join in saying these words. We are here together in space. I see you. I hear you. I love you. And I light this chalice, a beacon of this community, holding us all together, here, now. Please join in saying the words of our covenant, written by James Vila Blake in 1894. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Please join in singing hymn 151, I Wish I Knew How. That's the name of the hymn. It's not about your singing. Led by UCE Choir section leader, Karina Stribley.
I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all these chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things I could say. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear for the whole world to hear. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear for the whole world to hear. I wish I could share all the love in my heart. Remove all the bars that still keep us apart. I wish you could know what it means to be me. Then you'd see and agree everyone should be free. Then you'd see and agree everyone should be free. I wish I could give all I'm longing to give. I wish I could live like I'm longing to live. I wish I could do all the things I can do. Though I'm way overdue, I'd be starting anew. Though I'm way overdue, I'd be starting anew. I wish I could be like a bird in the sky. How sweet it would be if I found I could fly. I'd soar to the sun and look down at the sea. Then I'd sing 'cause I'd know how it feels to be free. Then I'd sing 'cause I'd know how it feels to be free.
Today's Time for All Ages is Patient Mayuki, written by Roxanne Marie Galles and illustrated by Sang-Sound Ratanavan. Blue earth, orange moon, spring was all dressed up and ready for her first day of the year. Mayuki was ready too. She was already up and running through the garden. Wake up, grandfather, wake up! The day has started without you. Be patient, Mayuki, be patient. In an hour, the day will still be here, and I'm enjoying the first rays of sunshine through my window. But you'll miss the last moonbeams of winter. Quick, quick, we might still catch them. Mayuki hopped through the garden, and grandfather trotted behind her. Together, they greeted each new blossom, and together they bowed to the wind. Good morning, cherry tree. Good morning, sweet grass. Good morning, flowers. Then Mayuki stopped at a little flower that was still asleep, unaware that springtime was beginning all around it. Wake up, little flower, wake up. Be patient, Mayuki. This little flower is not ready to open. It is precious and delicate and needs the purest and finest water. Before grandfather had finished speaking, Mayuki was already running to the well. The bucket banged all the way to the bottom. Instead of water, it brought back up a big toad. Quick, quick, I need the purest water for my little flower. Be patient, Mayuki, said the well. It hasn't rained since the last full moon. In a few days, I will be full again. Mayuki did not want to wait. Ask the clouds then, maybe they can help you. Mayuki ran, the bucket in hand, to find the brightest and prettiest clouds in the sky. But the clouds she found were too gray, too big, too far away. Then Mayuki spotted the perfect cloud. Pretty cloud, my little flower needs the purest water to wake up. But the pretty cloud refused to give her its water. Dismayed, Mayuki continued on her way and met more clouds. Some offered her their water, but it was taking too long to fill her bucket, and Mayuki didn't want to wait. It was already the middle of the afternoon, and the first day of spring was already half gone. Mayuki kept walking, further and further from home, until she heard water rushing onto rocks and happened upon a beautiful waterfall. Waterfall! Could you give me some of your purest water for my little flower? My purest water lies in a lake behind these falls. If you wait for night when I am asleep, my water flows so softly you will be able to pass through to take some. Wait? I cannot wait, waterfall. I'm in such a rush. If you cannot wait, then I cannot help. Mayuki had been running all day, and her little bucket was still empty. A flower-filled house caught her eye. A young boy in a silver moon-colored kimono was watering his garden. Could you give me some of your purest water? My little flower really needs it. The boy wanted to know who Mayuki was and where she was from before he would agree to give her some of his water. So Mayuki told him her story. Then the boy filled Mayuki's bucket. Thank you, Mayuki cried, and then she hurried home, quick, quick. Mayuki was running so fast she didn't see the stepping stones on the path. Suddenly, she was falling. Mayuki's knees were scraped, the bucket broken, and the water all gone. Evening was falling. She was far from home, and she was exhausted. Mayuki had been up since sunrise, trying to find the purest water for her little flower. And now the first day of spring was almost over. In that silent, still moment, Mayuki heard singing. She knew the song. It was the river that ran by her house. What are you doing so far from home at the hour when the moon outlines the mountains? River, I am lost. I'm tired, and I still don't have the purest water for my little flower. I don't have any water at all. Be patient, Mayuki. Sometimes it is necessary to slow down. I will take you home, and then you can have some of my water. Lulled by the slow, quiet water, Mayuki fell asleep. The river carried her home, where her grandfather found her, picked her up, and put her to bed. Blue earth, orange moon, spring was all dressed up and ready for her second day of the year. Mayuki was ready too. She was already up and running through the garden. Grandfather was up too, waiting for her next to the little flower. When Mayuki saw that the little flower was still closed, she started to cry. Two of the purest tears ran down her cheeks. Wake up, little flower, wake up. Be patient, my little girl. Neither flowers nor anyone in the world deserves to be watered by tears. Yesterday, you ran away so fast, you missed the first day of spring. Come, sit close to me. Watch and wait for once. Mayuki sat and watched and waited. She watched as grandfather smelled the scent of a beautiful blooming flower with generous leaves. And she watched as, very slowly, he gently bent one of its leaves so that a few dewdrops, the purest water, slid down to the sleeping flower. The little flower slowly opened. Good morning, the little flower said. Please forgive me for being late. I've been dreaming of spring. So please join in singing This Little Light of Mine. This is a recording of the congregation singing on February 2nd of this year.
We invite you now to write your joys and sorrows, concerns and gratitudes in the chat. And if you can add them in all caps, that's helpful as we read them to the congregation. And enjoy, as you're writing, this song, Circle Round for Freedom, recorded by Karen Mooney and Gregory.
Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us in prison. Circle for circle whole.
So these are the joys and sorrows that have been written today. From Chris Chambers, I am grateful that my parents are safe and healthy at home. And from Penny Doyle, I am grateful for all the people who support me during this time of isolation. From Brendan Maxwell, I am grateful for my dad to be healthy and strong during this time of isolation. And from Joe Romeo, happy Easter from my sunroom in Rogers Park. And this is one from last week that was missed accidentally from Michelle Thompson-Hay and Michael Hay. Keep Michael's parents in your thoughts and prayers. They are social distancing in Wales where they live, but are both in need of urgent medical care. I hope that in the time since last week that they've been able to get the care that they need. Sean Talmadge, grateful for this community gathering. Virtual hug to everyone. Joyce Lofstrom, thank you for your support in the loss of our beautiful dog, Gloria. So sorry about that loss, Joyce. And from Diane Markle, I'm grateful for Reverend Eileen, Karen, and all the staff. I'm grateful for all the staff too. And from Jean Durkin, I'm grateful for the many who have given masks to the women of Deborah's Place. And I believe this is from Renee Gatsis. My dad celebrated his 95th birthday with a Zoom birthday party. Great joy was had by all. Thank you for sharing all of those. We hold these as well as all the joys and sorrows which are on our hearts but remain unspoken. Sharing our celebrations and sadness weaves us closer together despite the physical distance between us. I invite you to join me now in the spirit of prayer and meditation. Breathe in and breathe out. We are one in breath. This is a prayer written by Burton Carley. O God of our yearning, trembling, and vulnerable hearts, there is so much precious to us. The beauty of this earth and its newborn spring. The dark and bitter coffee of the slow morning dawn. The strains of music that express what is beyond the reach of words. The realization that the same terrible tide that swept us away will bring us back again. The sweetness of the kiss that says yes. The child born of love and grown in the blink of an eye, making a vow at the altar. The friend who knows all our faults and still cherishes us. The courage that says no to loveless power. The glory of the alert red fox who gives us wonder. The full moon that beckons us to leave ourselves. The great privilege of tears and laughter shared in the bond of covenant. Oh God, there is in this precious world so much that bewilders and challenges us. The shifting ground during the dark night of the soul. The numbing loss of a loved one that deadens the drift of days. The shadow side of this greening season that will not keep it so. The sudden mistake, accident, or illness that changes everything. The aching pain in the beloved that we cannot soothe. The rending of the earth and the rising of waves, wrecking lives. The taste of ashes where delicate flavors once delighted. the driving compulsion that overwhelms a healthy impulse, the dreams forsaken and the hopes denied, the inhumanity justified by service to the holy, the good intentions that produce unintended consequences. Between the light and the darkness we dwell, knowing both joy beyond measure and trouble beyond imagining. Keep us as we would keep each other, knowing that we belong together, and that when we walk through the valley of the shadows, we need not do so alone. Help us to be that good companion. Please join in singing our sung response, Comfort Me, led by Morgan.
Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul.
To Praise the Mutilated World, a poem by Adam Zagajewski. Try to praise the mutilated world. Remember June's long days and wild strawberries, drops of rosé wine. The nettles that methodically overgrow the abandoned homesteads of exiles. You must praise the mutilated world. You watched the stylish yachts and ships. One of them had a long trip ahead of it, while salty oblivion awaited others. You've seen the refugees going nowhere. You've heard the executioners sing joyfully. You should praise the mutilated world. Remember the moments when we were together in a white room and the curtain fluttered. Return in thought to the concert where music flared. You gathered acorns in the park in autumn and leaves eddied over the earth's scars. Praise the mutilated world and the gray feather a thrush lost, and the gentle light that strays and vanishes and returns.
Hello. The dances of universal peace are spiritual practice in motion. They draw on the sacred phrases, scripture, and poetry of the many spiritual traditions of the earth, as well as the common language of the heart. The dances blend chant, music, and movement into a living experience of unity, peace, and integration. This opens us to the possibility of deep spiritual transformation. The Buddhist dance I want to share with you today is called Return to Love. And these are the words. Oh, may all beings be well and happy. May all beings be free from strife. May all beings return to love. Peace be with you. forevermore. And this is how it sings. Oh, may all beings be well and happy. May all beings be free from strife. May all beings return to love. Peace be with you forevermore. And these are the movements, the simple movements that I've put together for our group today. Oh, may all beings be well and happy. May all beings be free from strife. May all beings return to love. Peace be with you forevermore. Oh, may all beings be well and happy. May all beings be free from strife. May all beings return to love. Peace be with you forevermore. Peace.
Donna, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. It is so nice to be with you. I've missed you all, but I have been behind the scenes helping coordinate the music portions of these services and having lively Zoomed meetings and choir rehearsals. As Eileen said earlier today, today was to have been Music Sunday. The next piece is a 2016 recording made of the UCE Choir singing The Ground, a piece that is based on a chorale from the Sunrise Mass, the work that the UCE choristers and guests were going to perform today. Though the text is from a traditional Mass, the composer says that this piece is about reaching a kind of peace and grounded strength following a long journey. He also says about music, artists have the ability to share something very important, to express a deeper connection with something sacred, soul or God or nature or whatever we perceive it as, through art. And I always believed that gift should be used to uplift and remind ourselves of who we really are and what's truly important in our lives, whatever that may be. Ola Gjeilo's The Ground.
There is
Good morning, beloveds. Happy Easter. Is it okay to feel joy? My friend's daughter asked her the other day, feeling the loss of graduation and the end of 8th grade activities and rites of passage she had long been looking forward to. She wanted to know if it was still okay to feel happy sometimes. She understands there are many who are suffering real and terrible losses. She knows she and her family have many privileges. She wasn't sure if it was okay to feel joy. I wanted to tell her, this sweet and intelligent young person, as I want to tell you right now, that not only is it okay to feel joy, it is our job to find it and share it and to help it grow. As frightening and confusing as things are, and as much as we don't know what lies ahead, I implore you to look for joy and beauty and peace and to share it. What we pay attention to grows, says activist Adrienne Marie Brown. By attending to joy and beauty and love, we expand those things until those expanding circles connect and fill the wide distances. We need not ignore suffering or pretend that pain doesn't exist. I too feel despair, but as the poet Clarissa Pinkola Estes wrote, I do not keep a chair for it. The backdrop of grief and fear we're all living in puts in glorious relief the moments of beautiful clarity, of imagination and creativity, of hope and possibility that resurrect our spirits and call us to presence. As I sat writing at my front window this week, grasping for inspiration, a sudden whirling snow appeared. Maybe you saw it. The sun had just been shining moments before. I thought at first it was a shower of spring buds shaken loose by the gusty air, but watching the small, dense flakes land and melt on the bird feeder told me it was, in fact, snow. And just as quickly as it came, the snow disappeared and the sun was out again. A few nights earlier, the evening of the pink moon, golf ball-sized hail was hitting the gutters and the roofs and the cars. This weird and unpredictable weather echoes the strange time we're in. Time feels nebulous, frozen in some moments and evaporating all too quickly in others. It's hard to remember the flow of my daily routine before the pandemic, when I'd be away from home for 10 to 12 hours every day. I never felt I had enough time back then. Time feels like an uneasy luxury right now. What will this time teach us about treasuring it? Can we learn not to waste it? I'm not talking about hurried ambition or obsessive efficiency. I'm talking about an awareness of the preciousness of each moment. I'm talking about a new ability to be truly present. May we praise this mutilated world and pay attention to what really matters. With all 4 members of my family living at the same house all the time, I'm sad about how little time we're actually spending together. We're all on slightly different work and sleep schedules. And I'm worried that when all is said and done, we will have squandered this precious opportunity to play games and do puzzles, talk or walk or laugh together. I want to capture this time, bottle it, savor it, even though it is a terrible time in many ways. I want to treasure it. I want to create a different arithmetic around the value of time. Being present in this moment means being present to all the emotions we are carrying, to name them and to move through them. Right now, you may feel a little lost, depressed, fearful, disconnected, or angry. All of these feelings are understandable, and all of these feelings, like time, will pass. Just as we need to flatten the curve of the spreading virus, we need to flatten the curve of the emotional cost, the collective trauma of this experience. The world is carrying an overwhelming amount of uncertainty and anxiety, and we are carrying it in our bodies. It would be easy to try to bury it, numb it, or unleash it on one another. I encourage you to find ways to express and release the many feelings that are emerging for you. The long-term effects of isolation, loneliness, and anxiety can be lessened if we attend to our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being in this present moment, just as best as we can. Practice breathing. 3 deep breaths, and follow those breaths. Repeat this as many times as you need every day. Practice paying attention to your thinking and your feeling. These emotions, these thoughts, don't define you. Let them float by like boats on a river. We are united, perhaps like never before, in our shared vulnerability. We truly have very little control as individuals, and yet collectively we can change so much. Collectively, we can bend the arc, change the shape, flatten the curve. Notice the ways people are looking out for one another. Look at how our combined commitment to shelter in place is having an impact on the spread of the virus. Together, we are feeding those who are hungry, housing those who are homeless, caring for the sick, mourning those who have died, protecting those who are at risk. We are rallying creatively to teach our children. We are helping each other to laugh. Praise the mutilated world. On our road trip 2 summers ago, my husband and I listened to the audiobook Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. It's the story of a global pandemic that decimates the human population in a matter of weeks, leaving a mere fraction to inhabit the entire world. The inoculated, sparsely dotting the global landscape, find each other across vast, different distances, and in so doing, they find their humanity. A troupe of actors and musicians roam the country in a caravan which dons this message borrowed from Star Trek: survival is insufficient. I've thought about this book and that phrase a lot in the past month. I remember that joy, beauty, and creative expression are more than ancillary. They are essential. The threat of COVID-19 to the human population isn't nearly as total or swift as it is in this dystopian novel. But the global shutdown is enough to shock us into recognizing the preciousness of each moment, and that merely surviving is not enough. We must pay attention to the stuff that makes life matter: joy, beauty, connection, love, mutual liberation. If we return to business as usual without having learned more deeply what matters most, it will be a terrible waste. I've been stopping myself from saying when this is over or on the other side of this, as if there will be a stopping point when all that we've come to learn and understand will be lost, when all that we have lost will be restored. May we never go back to a time when we didn't learn what is essential. We are forever changed. We can choose to be changed into more loving, more considerate people, treasuring closeness, cherishing joy as a lotus flower emerging out of the muck. When we move beyond the peak of infections and deaths, when we move beyond the financial uncertainty that some have come to expect, when we discover anew the fragility and tenuousness of life, may we consider each gathering, every connection, every interaction, a sacred gift. The other evening, my husband and I were walking the dogs in our neighborhood. We walked past the Episcopal Church where at this time every year 3 wooden crosses emerge on the lawn. One of them would have been draped in a white cloth, but now the lawn is bare. As the sun sank and twilight emerged on our walk, I glanced through the windows of houses, many more lit than would otherwise be, and I saw people inside, together. Families eating dinner, playing with children, talking at the table, doing a puzzle. Witnessing the glow of these tender moments of sweetness and beauty, reminiscent of a time when family dinners at home were more commonplace, I wondered what of this might remain. This period of confinement, social isolation, and physical distance will have lasting effects. For those who rely on social services and faith communities for their basic needs of food and housing, this is life-threatening. For those who are sick and imprisoned or in jail because they don't have enough money to post bail, this is life-threatening. For those who suffer with depression, anxiety, addiction, mental illness, this is life-threatening. For those parents who were stressed out before the pandemic, stretched to their limit by the demands of work and children with special needs, for the children who long for touch and attention and connection with their peers, this is so far beyond an inconvenience. I don't mean to minimize these things. When the time comes for us to emerge from the tomb of separation and isolation, we will need to grieve our losses and release pent-up feelings of fear and anger. The impacts of the trauma we are experiencing will be long-lasting. We can help each other release some of the emotion now in safe and accountable ways. We can listen to one another and cry with one another and laugh with one another. It will flatten the curve of our mental, emotional, and spiritual trauma and increase our resilience. The storm will pass over. We will see a new day. And when we do, we will do more than survive. We will sing together, mourn and laugh and work together. We will discover what has arisen new within us, among us, and beyond us. Let the voice of our oneness remind you that you are part of a vast and beautiful web of existence. Each moment is an emerging moment. Now is the only time that actually exists. And it happens to be the one time we are all in together. May we remember with joy the preciousness of this moment, and may this knowing liberate our hearts. May we be well. May we be safe. May we be whole.
UCE remains a vital part of the world community, the world and our community, and we continue to live our mission, nurturing the human spirit for a world made whole. And so we take this time to invite you to text to give to our shared plate. You may also send in a check with offering in the memo, or click on the donate button from our website or the service description below. We are picking up mail, so you can still send in your pledge forms and payments. UCE's shared offering recipient for the month of April is Faith in Place. Since 1999, Faith in Place has worked with over 1,000 houses of worship throughout Illinois to protect our sacred land, water, and air. Each Sunday in April, we are highlighting one example of how Faith in Place lives out their mission and why we hope you'll support them through the Sunday shared offering. Each winter, Faith in Place partners with faith communities in hosting indoor farmers markets on Saturdays and Sundays. These markets provide an additional source of income for local vendors during the off-season, encouraging healthy eating and support the building of vendor to customer relationships. So please give as generously as you are able, and may what you give bring you joy.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, you know what I mean. And this old world, it's a new world, and a bold world for me. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pines, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is a mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
As we extinguish our chalice, we read these words by Reverend Ashley Horan. Another world is possible. We say it again and again, even when the proof lies somewhere beyond the horizon, beyond our reach, beyond our imagination. This is our faith.
Another world is possible, not somewhere else. Another world, another lifetime, but here and now, for us and for all.
Another world is possible. There is no single path toward that world. No one approach that will restore balance, heal brokenness, sow wholeness, free creation.
There are many routes toward liberation, toward freedom, but the abundance of options does not absolve us of the responsibility of acting.
Another world is possible. The call, the duty of each moment in history is to discern what is the context and how can we address it with agility, resilience, skill? What is the vision and how can we realize it with accountability, relationship, joy? Another world is possible.
In this time of despair, of fear, of collapse, this time that is both like every other era and like no other time in history, it is audacious to declare our faith and to commit our work to a world that is more free, more just, more whole.
But we are an audacious people in good company with many kin, and we are ready to show up and work hard and stay